Hello you beautiful people. You might have noticed I'm not in my lycra, I'm in my kitchen because today we're going to be doing some baking. We're going to make some homemade granola. Basically, I just noticed that you go to the shop to get granola and you're paying anything from £3.50, not too bad, up to blooming £8 I saw today. I was like, no way am I paying that. And you get a tiny little bag, probably mainly full of sugar to be honest, and processed stuff that's probably not that great for you. I mean, no harm in having a bit of sugar every now and then, but why go and pay the supermarket prices when you can get the ingredients and make it yourself? So let's do this. And it's really easy to make, it's really quick. I quite enjoy doing it and it tastes great. So all the reasons to do it really. Let's go. So these are all the ingredients that you're going to need. I've laid them out for you ready. First of all, oats. These are my absolute favourite porridge oats. I normally use them in my porridge. They are a bit pricey, so any other oats will do. You can, get the Aldi ones, Tesco ones, they're all fine. But I would say for granola, definitely get the jumbo oats or the whole rolled oats because they just give it such a better texture and consistency, I think. Then you're going to need your coconut oil. I have got my recipe book here, my little scribbles. Then you're going to need your coconut oil. You just need 2 tablespoons of that bad boy. Little pinch of salt. These fellas are all from Aldi apart from this. You're going to need your mixed nuts. I'll just say a handful of nuts so you can just see what I do. Sultanas and apricots are going to have 100 grams all together, so 50 grams of each. Mixed seeds, we're just going to do a little sprinkle of them. And then finally some honey. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of this. This actually is for my mum and dad for my birthday, so it's very nice of them. Not eating very much of it, sorry mum. But it will be getting used today. So that is literally all you need. And the great thing about the granola is you can literally mix it up how you want. You can add what you want in. You can add a bit of cocoa powder, a bit of chocolate. You can add turmeric. Oh, blooming heck, I forgot the cinnamon. Hang on, we can't forget that. We get that out the cupboard. Hang on. Oh God, you can see my messy cupboard now. We do actually need some ginger. And the cinnamon's over here because sometimes I put it in a little drink at night. Sometimes I make hot chocolate with cinnamon in. Blooming, I couldn't forget that's one of the key ingredients, Amy. Here we are, cinnamon. So now here's all the ingredients. You need cinnamon and ginger. I'm just going to use half a teaspoon of each of these bad boys. If you don't really like ginger, whack it out, it doesn't really matter. Just use cinnamon. First thing that you need to do is get your coconut oil. Now it is hard at room temperature, unfortunately. So, blooming heck. Gee whiz. What you have to do is get your 2 tablespoons of it, like kind of just mould it out with your spoon, put it in your bowl. Blooming, I can't do this. You're going to go everywhere. Put it in your big bowl, and then, because obviously that's not going to mix very well when it's solid, so we're just going to put it in the microwave just to melt it, so we can combine it. Get your fingers involved to get it off the spoon. So that's just going to go in the microwave for just like 20-30 seconds, just mix it around, make sure it's nice and melty. So we'll be back in a sec. And as if by magic, it's melted. It's like clear liquid. There we go. Now I've just remembered you should preheat your oven, so I'm just going to do that to 180 degrees Celsius, and that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit if you're working in Fahrenheit. So that's going to be whacked on right now. So on 1. And it's going to be hot. All we're going to do is add in 2 tablespoons of honey. Now it's finally getting some use to this honey that I got for my birthday. My birthday was back in March. I've not even used any of it, I can't believe it. To be honest, I did kind of forget I had this honey. I just found it in the cupboard and I thought, blooming heck, don't have to buy any. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Now this is going to give it a lovely sweet taste, but if you're vegan and you don't want to use honey, you can use agave nectar, which will also give you a nice sweet taste. But I don't have any of that and I'm also not vegan, so I'm going to use me honey. But if you are vegan, there is options, so it's all good. That's going to go in there. Now we're mixing. We're mixing up the coconut oil and the honey. Do a little dance if you want to, No one's around, you might as well enjoy yourself. And we're saving dollars, so what's not to enjoy? So that's all mixed up. Now, literally, the rest of the recipe is just so easy. It's basically just whacking it all in. But you don't want to put in your sultanas or your apricots yet because we don't want them to burn in the oven. It's not nice. I've experienced it. It's not good. Waste of food. So all you're going to add into here is your oats, your cinnamon, your ginger, your salt, and your seeds, and that's it. I was having to remind myself there. So yeah, add your oats, cinnamon, ginger, salt, and seeds into this bowl, and then it'll be ready to go in the oven. Let's do this. Now, if like me, you're thinking, I don't think this has got enough honey in, just add a bit more honey, and that's what I've just done. Just depends how sweet you like it. Some people like it really sweet, some people don't. So whatever's your fancy, but I've just added in a little bit more honey, just to help it combine a bit more because we don't want it to be too loose, we want it to be combined. So now we're adding in a little bit of ginger. Now, I did say half a teaspoon, but I don't, sometimes with spice I'm thinking I'm not measuring this, I'm not getting a teaspoon out with this, so I'm just going to tap it on. I think that's enough for me. And then I prefer cinnamon, so the cinnamon's going to go in. I'm going to put a bit more cinnamon in than the ginger. And then we want a teeny tiny bit of salt. So just a little sprinkle of salt. Oh, blooming heck, that came out a bit more than I wanted. And with the seeds, we're just going to put, now it says 100 grams, but again, we're guesstimating. I mean, we've not got time for weighing out things here, so there we go. Now, if you want to be more scientific with it, feel free to measure it out, but I just think when you're in a rush, just whack it in. It can't really go wrong, it's just granola. So we're going to mix that all together and then it'll be ready for the oven. I want to have a little Christmas feel. There's a bit of nutmeg or a bit of mixed spice that gives it a little Christmas twist. You could put a bit of orange zest, that would be quite nice too. So the good thing with granola is you can really jazz it up and make it however you want, but it's really easy and I 100% recommend. Well, let's just see how it goes actually before I speak too soon. Probably burn it and blooming, it'll be crisp, but we'll see. We are living life on the edge here. We've had to extend onto 2 trays, I've made so much, so we're just going to press it down. Now, with granola, it can be temperamental. Sometimes it comes out like in really nice big clumps, sometimes it just comes out all in little separate oats. So, but it doesn't really matter either way because you can just eat it the same anyway. So you're just going to either add it with yogurt or you can have it with milk, however you like to eat it. So they're ready to go into the oven, so let's pop them in. Got my Christmas thingies out already. In you go. So what we're going to do is put it in for 15 minutes. I've not got an oven glove on, do not do this at home, very silly of me. We're going to do it 15 minutes and then after 15, it's slightly wonky, but you know, we'll go with it. After 15 minutes, we're going to get them out and then we're going to add in the nuts because we don't want to put the nuts in for half an hour because they'll burn, which I've experienced many times when I forget. So yeah, we're going to put them in 15 minutes and we'll take them out and put the nuts in. So we're halfway through baking, 15 minutes in, and I've just taken them out of the oven. I'm just going to give them a little mix round like this, just to, you know, get it going a bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in the nuts so that the nuts don't burn. And what I normally do at this point is turn my oven down a bit because I don't want the nuts to burn. And sometimes you only need to cook your granola for 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour. It depends how crispy you like it. I mean, I like mine quite crispy, some people don't like that. So, you know, if you don't like it crispy, just do it for 20 minutes, do 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Added our mixed nutties, and these have got, I don't know what they've got in. Mixed, doesn't actually tell you. Hazelnuts, cashew nuts, all sorts really. There's no rules with granola, so just put as many as you want in. So we'll just sprinkle them around and we're just gonna, I mean, I'm gonna put more in than that. So that's a bit, you know, I think I need more nuts than that in there. I'm not gonna scrimp, not when I'm saving money. Yeah, then we'll just mix it round and then we'll just whack it back in the oven again. Now, sometimes the granola can burn quite quickly, so keep your eye on it. You can cook it for half an hour, sometimes I do, sometimes I cook it just for 20 minutes. Depends how crunchy you want it to be. But remember, when you take it out of the oven, it does carry on cooking because it's very hot. So don't be fooled into thinking it won't go crispy, because it will, let me tell you. I've had a few occasions of burnt granola, and it doesn't go down well, especially with Kyle, because he likes it. I think I might have put it on too high because the edges were starting to burn and we don't want that. So that's going back in. Oh, blooming it, let's not spill it everywhere. I have had one occasion where I've also spilt the whole lot over the floor, which is also quite entertaining as well. Chester enjoyed it anyway because he ate it all off the floor. I don't know where Chester is actually. So I've whipped the granola out of the oven. I've cooked it for a total of 20 minutes today because I didn't want it to burn. Some people do it for half an hour, but for some reason for me, it always burns when I do that. That's what lots of the recipes say as well. So just see how your oven is. Maybe my oven is a bit too hot. But yeah, here we are. This is what it looks like when you take it out. So we're going to just give it a bit of a mix round. And what we're going to do now, let it cool completely. It's nice and cool because I've been doing that. I've chopped up some apricots, so we're just going to add them in. Now you can add more than this if you want, but we're just going with that for today. Whack them in, and then we just need to add in some sultanas. Oh, wait a minute, they're going everywhere. There is another tray of this in the oven, it's still going. But then once it's done really. Just put it in a jar, and you can have it with, whatever you want, but I normally have mine with a bit of almond milk, I really like that, or you can have it with some yogurt, some Greek yogurt, or and some fresh fruit. That's another one of my favourites as well. But yeah, it's just a simple granola recipe. Now if you're feeling a bit cheeky, you could add some cheeky chocolate chips into your granola as well, but make sure your granola is completely stone cold like a fridge, because otherwise it will just melt everywhere. And here we have the finished product, a nice jar of granola. Now, I would usually like to have a full jar of granola, and there's a reason it's not full. I've been faffing around thinking, oh yeah, I don't want to burn it, telling you guys, oh don't burn it, don't burn it. Forgot about that, I had 2 trays in the oven, didn't I? Here we go. This is what happens if you overcook your granola, so please don't make this mistake. It's just so frustrating because it's just so ruined, but at least I've got half a jar anyway. Silly me. Normally I don't burn it all the time, but yeah. Sorry granola, that's having to go in the bin. Actually, I don't know if the birds would eat that. I don't think the birds would eat that, would they? I could put it on the bird table, but I feel like even the birds would turn their nose up at that. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put the recipe in the description so you can just go and get it from there if you want to. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to follow it, if this is the result you want, but hopefully you'll get results like this. A lovely, nice bit of granola. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you can tap your little pinky on subscribe, that would be absolutely fab. Next video, I'll be back on the bike again, don't you worry. Thank you, see ya, goodbye.